Hey everyone, welcome back to the live. Today we have a special guest. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, what's up? Okay, so it's your boy Mast. Um, I do stream right now. I stream on TikTok, but I'm coming back to YouTube because I heard TikTok's gonna get deleted. So,
Uh, yeah,
but
we'll see how that goes.
yeah, I'm a Call of Duty player. I mostly play Call of Duty, but I'm trying to branch out to other games. So,
All right. Well, yeah, today I specifically brought him on to talk about Call of Duty with me. Um, so we're gonna talk about how good Black Ops 6 is performing right now. We're also going to get a little bit into just a little bit into previous games just in the beginning, but um yeah, if you guys have any comments about how you guys like this new Call of Duty, definitely leave it in the chat. I'd love to see and give our reactions. Um but yeah, so what games have you guys been playing too before we get started? Right now, I just finished the Call of Duty campaign. And I've also been playing some more Stardew Valley. Do you want to chip in on what have you been playing?
so I've been playing Black Myth Wukong. It's one of my favorite games right now.
Mm.
I love it, but I've recently switched over to PC, so now I'm playing it with like the mods that you can add on to it, so I can become like Goku and like other characters and stuff, and I think it's pretty dope. And just Call of Duty when I have some time, off time from life and stuff.
Yeah,
So
Call of Duty is a great filler game for in between big games. But Black Myth Wukong was really popular. I'm sure people are still playing it. I haven't heard as much about it, but I heard it's a really good game.
no, it's definitely a really good game. Only thing is, it's not probably not going to get Game of the Year.
You
Sad
think
about
so?
that, but
What
I
do you
think
think's
it's
gonna
not.
get it?
I think what's that one game called? Warhammer. I can't remember. Space Marines Warhammer. I forgot the whole name. I have it on the PlayStation. I play it not a lot, but I think that might get the game of the year.
Mm,
But
yeah, I don't know. We'll have to
yeah.
see. But yeah, I'm streaming it later this week if you guys want to tune in. But yeah, so now on to our big topic, Call of Duty. So whether we like it or not, Call of Duty is one of the most successful and influential video games franchises, which they consistently release blockbuster titles ever since 2003. So I do want to show you guys really quick just all the games that they released since 2003. And I don't even know if this is necessarily all of them, but this is all of the main ones. They pretty much release a game literally every year, and people just go crazy for them all the time. So yeah, it's a pretty popular game. And the franchise is considered a pioneer for first person shooter games. They're pretty much one of the first people that started, you know, doing this type of game, and everybody
Yeah.
really liked it in the beginning. Um, so yeah, the first thing that I want to talk about today is, obviously Call of Duty Black Ops 6, but the first big thing is the campaign. So I actually really liked the campaign. It did take me a little while to get through it just because I was doing other stuff in between.
I
Um,
feel that.
yeah, but it actually surprised me of how much I liked it. Do you have any thoughts on it?
Yeah. So when I played the campaign, I played it when it first came out. I pre-ordered it literally like 2 days, no, a day before it came out.
Oh my
And the
gosh.
second it came out at 12, I just hopped on it and I played it for almost beat the game in one sitting. I forgot how long it was, but I think I started at like around 12, 1 o'clock, and I went to sleep at like 5, 6 o'clock, and I was like already close to end game.
Oh my
But
gosh.
personally, my thoughts on it, I like the campaign. I guess my favorite parts would have to be, and then the little
Oh,
parkour
you
stuff.
zoned out. What was your favorite part? You kind of lagged out.
Oh, the little zombies part in the campaign
Oh
closer to the
yeah.
end with the puzzles and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. Like, I don't really play scary games, but that actually made me want to play a scary game to see how good I would do.
Yeah. Yeah, that was actually, I don't know if that was my favorite part, but that part threw me off so much cuz I did
You
not
know,
know it was going to be a horror part in the game. That threw me off.
Call of Duty never really ever done that with their campaigns before.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
so it's just it's weird, but it's something that honestly, for me personally, I like and enjoy it.
Yeah, it was
So
a good part. What was? Do you remember your favorite like missions? Because there was different like zombie missions. So do you remember which one was your like favorite one? Because mine would probably have to be the one where he was like in the water. That one was the hardest to me. He was like in the
yeah,
water, and then he kept like chasing us around like this little circle. And
yeah.
spoilers, guys, if you haven't played the game by now, a little spoilers. Hopefully you're not gonna be like too surprised by that. But yeah, my favorite ones he was like in the water. You had to like get him out the. But it was so scary. It was definitely some jump
No,
scares.
most definitely. My favorite part, honestly, with the zombie part, I would have to agree with you with the water part, because I don't know why, I definitely just enjoyed that a lot. But it would have to be with the mimic though. Like
Mm.
personally for me, the mimic part where you got to collect those files, bring it over there, and
Oh
then all the
yeah.
mannequins are coming after you. Now I don't know if anybody's watched like Doctor Who or anything, but they were like mimicking like the weeping angels, where when you look at them they don't move, but you look away,
That
they
was
move.
crazy. I didn't realize they were doing that at first, but when I realized, I said, "Oh heck, like I was like, I didn't know. I was trying to hurry that up because I was going up the stairs trying to dodge them and stuff. It was crazy, but yeah, I did like that part too. But that whole mission was just crazy. But I think he was just like hallucinating or something because of like some kind of gas or I don't know.
Yeah, it
But
was the gas in that whole area because his gas mask broke.
mm-hmm. Yeah. I think my favorite part of the campaign, I think like the zombies was a close second just because it threw me off. But I really liked the ending where it got like really emotional with Harrow, just because I like a story in my games. And it
Right.
got really emotional with like her parents and like seeing her parents get like shot dead like right in front of her. Like that kind of was sad. I wasn't expecting to get a little emotional
Yeah.
from Call of Duty.
Emotional and trauma. That's a lot of trauma.
Yeah, yeah. Someone said 100% was giving Doctor Who. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
um, but yeah, and then like kind of tying into that again, spoilers if you haven't played the game, but um, I didn't really like how we didn't really have a solid conclusion to the end. Like we don't really know if the main character Case died. We didn't know if Harrow really died for real. So like I don't know if they're trying to just like set it up for like a sequel, I guess, like a continuation story. A lot of people are saying that they think Case got like turned into a zombie. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's the only thing I
Don't
didn't really
know.
like about. Yeah, I don't like about the ending. Like I don't like loose ends. Like just
I
tell me
kind
what
of
happened.
I kind of feel like that gas or whatever it was more so rage inducing than like zombie. But then again, it could be. I never know really.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I don't know. It's just weird.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So let's see. I also like that. Like, another thing was that what was it? Oh yeah, you could unlock like guns for multiplayer in like the campaign, which was
Hmm.
pretty cool.
Oh
Um,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't think I ever seen that before in like a previous game, so I was pretty like psyched to see that you could do that in the new like
Call it
campaign.
yeah.
I don't know. Can
I
you do that before?
no, not to my knowledge. All the previous ones, you've never been able to really unlock anything unless it's just mostly achievements. This would be the first. But I do like that little area that they have you in though. I guess the main little campaign area where you go to choose your missions. I
Mm-hmm.
like the little secret area there too.
Oh,
I,
oh yeah, that's something I did want to talk about too. Was the little Easter eggs in the campaign? I don't know if that's what you're talking about, or if it was something
yeah,
else.
yeah, the little Easter egg in the main area where you choose your missions and stuff at.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think that was pretty cool. I can't say with 100% honestly that I know, but I think some of the stuff in there does refer to other Call of Duties, like little hints, little just small things.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think one of the rooms in there, if you've played Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, I believe, was the one where they were holding Alex Mason when they were asking him about what do the numbers mean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
I had to look up that that whole thing, like, because honestly, like, I don't know, I just don't like trying to sit down and like figure out like puzzles and stuff like that. But I do think it was like really, really cool. Um, But yeah, I also think like the gameplay was really cool too because it wasn't just like a shoot 'em up. It was like other stuff in it as well that made
Yeah,
it pretty like entertaining and stuff like that. Um,
and
but yeah, it involves using your brain. But yeah, what do you say?
no, no, go ahead. I was
Yeah, I was just saying like, cause what was some other stuff? I know like you couldn't always just like go right in like guns a blazing. There was this one.
yeah,
It wasn't. It was like a casino mission that I really liked.
yeah. The casino mission, I
Yeah,
fuck
I
with that
really liked
mission.
that one because you
I
could
like
like
that
go
one.
to other characters. Like I remember
Yeah,
playing with like each character. I thought that was really cool. Like
yeah.
you were like dressed up as like a janitor. What was another one? I know it was like a
Janitor.
maintenance man. I think that's
Yeah,
the same
so like
thing.
the maintenance dude. And then there was, I think you were a casino help too or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I think too. I'm kind of blanking. It's been a little bit, but I remember
Yeah.
thinking that that was like really really cool. But yeah, any other comments that you have about the campaign or that you wanted to talk about
I
before we
think
move on?
my one of my other favorite missions in the campaign is the one where you gotta sabotage that military base before you go down to try to find the that canister that the lady took.
Oh yeah, yeah,
And
I
it's like
remember that one.
because you could choose to either be like a ninja, like be quiet, go in quiet, take stuff out without nobody knowing you were there, or you could just go in guns blazing, messing up
Mhm.
everything, and just doing what you got to do. I
Mhm.
personally chose to go like the silent route. I try to always do everything like silent and stuff, but
Mhm. Okay. Yeah, I think that was a really good mission too. Like I said, I really think they did a really good job with just like the campaign in general. It was better than what I've seen in a long time. I honestly I haven't played the last recent campaign, like from the last game, but they really blew me away with this one. I hope they continue down, that path of coming up with good campaigns.
yeah, no.
So
So for the last campaign, don't play it. That's all I gotta say. Don't play it. It's not worth it.
mhm.
It's really not worth it.
Yeah, well, I think I kind of heard that too. Well, what was it? I think I played the first Modern Warfare campaign. I think it was like okay, because I think that's
Yeah.
when like Ghost was like really popular. And I
Well,
remember I was like playing it, but yeah, I didn't because I really just liked multiplayer. The last game, the multiplayer in the last
yeah.
game was I really liked it. This one we're gonna have our discussions about it, but
Most definitely.
yeah. So I don't know. Okay, I guess on to the multiplayer aspect. So I know you had some thoughts if you want to carry it or take it away.
Well, first off, I just want to say multiplayer is a challenge. Personally, it's a challenge for anybody who doesn't know. Started in Vanguard, they activated or engaged EOMM, which is engagement optimized matchmaking. And what that is just something to get your attention to keep you playing the game. And how they do that is by rigging the game in and out of your favor. And they started it in Vanguard. It was in Cold War. Um, and after that, once it hit around like MW3, it was in there in MW2. It was like in a low mid grade area, and then towards as soon as MW3 hit, I think they just stopped caring about whatever us gamers as consumers want because they ramped it up so much to the point where the average player, like somebody like me who has a job who works 9 to 5 almost every day, sometimes works even longer hours than that, it's it's hard to actually enjoy the game when you get put into a lobby, right? Easiest lobby you could ever play in. You'll drop maybe 30 kills, 10, 15 deaths, and then the next 20 lobbies, you're playing with people like Face, Scump, and all these top players. It's like what did I do wrong to do that? Like that's what the engagement is. They let you win and then they make you lose and they're like, okay, well, I know I can win again. I just won that last match. And they'll do it for like 4 or 5 games, and guess what? You'll win another game. And then you'll start losing. You're like, okay, well, maybe I can win this game. And that's basically what engagement optimized matchmaking is. And now in Black Ops 6, it's a lot worse. And I don't know if you guys have been on YouTube or in the Call of Duty area, but there's somebody on YouTube who I watch personally who I just get most of the information from, and his name is Blame Truth, and he talks about this in like hella detail. but it's Black Ops 6 is just worse. Like I don't know, you've experienced it, haven't you? Like
Yeah, yeah. I think the matchmaking is pretty crazy to me because I noticed that like some games I'm like sweeping them, other games I'm barely getting kills, getting flashed left to right, killed left to right. You can't do nothing. So like I do think it is kind of worse in this game, and it's made me not want to play as much multiplayer as I was in the last game.
yeah.
It is a bit annoying, so I definitely get where you're coming from with that. Um, but if you guys have any opinions about that, let us know down in the chat because I know it's a big problem that is being faced. Um,
It's definitely a big problem. There's also it hasn't been completely confirmed, but there's also been talks about there's been engagement optimized with your hit detection. So let's say you're shooting an enemy and you're just shooting him and you've went through almost your whole clip and he still hasn't died, but then he comes around that corner or he just turns around and he shoots you and then you're dead. It's basically skilled based damage is what
oh yeah.
everybody's calling it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like how is it supposed to be fair? How's it supposed to be fun if it's like I can't I just can't.
Mm-hmm.
I can't
No.
win. How are you gonna force me to lose?
Yeah, I definitely get where you're coming from. Like, I definitely think like um there's been times where like like I'm shooting at a guy for a good long minute and then all of a sudden they shoot me and it takes like literally half the time for them to kill me and it makes no sense. I think that's how people like start to rage quit, you know? Like it doesn't make any sense. So I definitely get your frustration when it comes to, you know, that. Um I think my thing is like when they keep releasing like new maps, but then they're not even new. They're like the same maps that we've seen in previous games. Like it doesn't make any
Yeah,
sense. That really makes me mad because we're paying so much money just to be getting like maps that we've already seen before.
yeah. It is kind of frustrating because how are you gonna reshare the same maps over and over again and expect us to like it? Like they in the trailer or in the launch when they launched it or talked about it in the little games, whatever they did, they said they're gonna go back to the 3 lane style maps. Most of the maps are not 3 lane style.
Mm-hmm.
I think the only real map that kind of saved, but not really saved Call of Duty was Nuketown. I mean, some of their maps they're generally good and I like them, but they're just they Activision basically just lied. Like, how you gonna sit there and tell us you're gonna have 3 lane maps when most of the maps are like 2 lanes?
Yeah.
Like the one map with like all the trains and stuff in there, like that's literally just basically just 2 lanes. It's not 3 lanes in there.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because like they say it's 3 lanes, I can see how it may look like it's 3 lanes, but them that second and third lane just kind of merge into one. It's
Mm-hmm.
more just one big open area, and then like most of the maps, you can actually find on what's it called, Warzone. You can actually find most of these maps on Warzone.
Yeah.
It's like they just concreted it off and just said, "There we go. There's a map."
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah. I hate the maps in this new game. Like I am not happy with the maps on Call of Duty Modern or Black Ops 6 like at all. I don't know, like some of them are okay, but like like I think they could be way better. I like the maps way more in the last game than this game. Um
yeah,
I don't know. I haven't been able to get into multiplayer like I did in the last game, but
it's
hey.
all because of that EOMM. It ruins everything. Because back in like Black Ops 2 days, if you've ever played Black Ops 2 for anyone, it was off your host. So like you could be the host of the game, and if your internet was great, the match was great, and you would get back in the lobby with the same people. So let's say you lost against them people. Now guess what? You're back in the same lobby. If they're on the enemy team again, guess what? You can face them off and try to win again. With
Mhm.
this one, it's like you might get the same people, maybe,
Mhm.
but it just depends on your bracket, like your tier, whatever the game deems you to be put in. You do good in the 5 games. Now it's gonna put you in games. So like I said, people who play this professionally are people who just have no life and don't touch grass. Like,
Yeah.
and then like another problem I'd have to go through and say is cheaters in Call of Duty.
Mhm.
Now there's a lot of them. Personally, I think it's stupid how their anti cheat doesn't actually work that well.
Mm-hmm.
I know in their recent update they banned a whole bunch of people, and I've still seen hackers. I've still seen people in rank play, Warzone, regular multiplayer with aimbot, walls, looking through walls and stuff, just killing people. And I find it crazy. And like at this point, to me, it's like if you can't beat them, why not join them? You know,
Mm.
like
Well,
at
you're
this
gonna get
point,
that in like all multiplayer games. Like I remember I used to get really into what's it called, Rainbow Six Siege. There was always hackers on Rainbow Six Siege. Like I just feel like you can't get away from them, and I'm sure it's even more like prevalent on Call of Duty.
it is. It's mostly because of Ricochet and their anti cheat. Their anti cheat doesn't work perfectly. It's like it's AI based. So it detects you cheating, and then it'll throw you into a shadow ban lobby, and then it'll watch you. If you don't play any games for a week, or you just play regular with no cheats on anything, as long as it doesn't think you're still cheating, it'll put you back into regular matchmaking. But if
Mm-hmm.
it does catch you doing that in that shadow ban time in that shadow ban lobby, then it'll perma ban you maybe. But
Yeah.
I've like when the game first came out, I've seen people that've been hacking since the game first came out until the update. And then when I look at their account now, it's like their account hasn't been active in a couple of days. So I'm guessing they got banned. So it's just like, and the weeks came and like the grace period for Call of Duty is over. There's no sitting on it. Call Activision just needs to come out and say what they need to do because they're not communicating with anybody in the gaming world. And
Yeah.
like the top big streamers, they don't have that problem because they're whitelisted from all of it. I'm
Yeah.
just saying.
No, I get what you're saying. I definitely think they pick and choose when they want to enforce the rules, and like I said, that's not just with Call of Duty. That's really with any first person shooter game. Because I feel like it's happened with Fortnite, like I said,
Yeah.
Rainbow Six Siege, like Apex Legends, stuff like that. I do think they need to get better with enforcing it and like enforcing it with everybody if they are going to enforce it.
Yeah. Personally, I just think that Activision should get rid of Ricochet anti cheat and do something better. Because I think it's just Ricochet anti cheat. That's the anti cheat they've always used. And I just think that's just not it.
Yeah, definitely. All right. I guess another thing I wanted to talk about with multiplayer is, and I don't know if you, I don't necessarily think you had the same like complaint, but I don't really like the prestige system. I liked what it was last game, to be honest, better than the one this game. I don't really like prestiging. I think the last game it just prestige for you, if I'm correct, or it just wasn't
Yes.
any. Yeah, I kind of like that better than. And the only reason I don't like it, it could just because I don't want to say a noob because I'm not a noob in the game and maybe I just don't understand it. But I never can really for real tell what level people are on because I could never really. I don't know what like each prestige like little icon
Yeah.
is. And
Yeah.
so
No,
I
I
think it's
get
just
that.
easier for me just to know, okay, they're on level 400. Okay, that's a bigger challenge versus, okay, what's this prestige? How many prestiges up are they or whatever? Because I talked to somebody and they said they're on like level 6 prestige. And I was really surprised because I'm like, the game like just came out.
No, yeah, like I said, those are the people that don't touch grass whatsoever. All they do is play Call of Duty. Like
Yeah.
no hate to them. Like I'm not hating on anybody that does that. It's just they do that just so they can have that achievement. Like the people who get all the dark matter camos on all their guns and stuff within like the first 3 weeks the game is out. It's crazy, but people do that. Personally, me, I do like the old Prestige because that's
Yeah.
like I said, Black Ops 2 was my favorite. Well, I mean this new Prestige, not the old one. This new Prestige, I mean. But Black Ops 2 was like one of my favorite games. And the Prestige system there, I loved it, and that's basically what they transferred over here.
Mm-hmm.
Like once you hit Prestige 10 though, it does go back to what you talk about in MW3 and MW2 where it'll keep going up. So you'll hit Prestige 10 and then you'll hit that 55 and then you go 56, then you'll
Yeah.
get to of 100 and then all the way to 1,000.
I figured that's how it was because, like I said, I did used to play somebody who was like really, really high ranked, and I remember seeing them at like 400 something, even though I'm pretty sure prestige was still like a thing. But I don't know. It could just be because I'm not like an old like time player. I haven't. Well, I've been playing ever since like Call of Duty Ghosts, I think, and that's when I kind of started to like get into it. But I never really like bought like every single game, but I did buy most of them.
I get
Um,
you. I started in the MW, the Modern Warfare series. So from Modern Warfare to Black Ops 2 to where we are at now. And I've got to say, if I was to rank them from my favorite, it'd definitely be MW, this MW series, the old MW series. and then Black Ops series. Black Ops 1 to Black Ops 2 was pretty great. Call of Duty Ghost was to
Yeah, I
me.
know everybody says that.
Like it was honestly, I feel like it was kind of like the start of the downfall of Call of Duty. Because
Hmm.
then after that, I think we went to Advanced Warfare with all the jetpacking and stuff.
Yeah.
And the jetpacks, they were all right. They were cool. And then Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4, they were all right. I liked them. Not really my cup of tea though. I didn't really. I think Black Ops 4 didn't have a dedicated campaign, and that kind of threw me off from it. So I rarely played it. But I've bought just about every Call of Duty because I usually get them for the campaign, just to play the campaign, and the multiplayer and any other modes is just a plus for me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. No, I don't know if I necessarily had a favorite. It could be like when I started Call of Duty, but I never had a problem with the boots off the ground gameplay, like the jetpacks. Like, I didn't mind it. I kind of feel like I did like when it returned back to boots on the ground, because it just felt like a fresh feel. Just because, like what I said, like when I started, that's all I really knew for most of it. Because
yeah.
I got Ghost, and then I got I think it was Infinite Warfare, and then it must have been Black Ops 3 that came after that. Uh,
Yes,
it
Black
must have
Ops
been,
3.
yeah. So, and I think those were all like boots off the ground, like using the jetpacks and stuff. So when it went back to boots on the ground, like I was pretty like, oh, this is like a new feel. Like this actually feels like more tactical, like more realistic and stuff. So I really, I didn't mind it, but I also like both. I don't think they're gonna go back to it though, just because everybody hated it. I know when
Yeah,
it
no,
first
they're.
came out.
I don't think they'll go back to it. I think they'll try to do. I think they're gonna try for these next couple of Call of Duties is really push this Omni movement.
Oh yeah, and oh that's a whole nother
I'm gonna
thing.
be honest. I'm gonna be honest. I wouldn't be mad, but I would be a little bit disappointed if they started trying to go towards like the R6 route with how the all the leaning and stuff they be
Oh
doing. Like
yeah,
it's in there a little bit, but
yeah,
it's
it's in
not
there
as
a little
hard
bit.
as R6.
Yeah, yeah. I was thinking about that. Like, I don't know. It would be interesting if they leaned into that. I actually was going to talk about that a little later in the stream because that's a point that I do want to bring up the Omni movement. So we're gonna have to put a pin in that. But yeah. Is there any other stuff you want to cover with the multiplayer thing before we move on to zombies?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Yeah, I think I got everything out that I wanted to talk about as well. But yeah, on to zombies. So again with zombies, like I haven't played it. Well, I know it wasn't in the game for like a while, and then I think it like kind of came back last game. Um, but I didn't play it, so like I haven't played zombies in like years since this recent Call of Duty. Um, but yeah, so I know me and you got to play it with a couple other people. I still knew
Yeah,
the basics, like leaving the one zombie around so you could do all the other like stuff you need to do, or just like all the like little perks you can get and stuff like that. But it did
yeah,
take me like a little while to get back into it. So right now they have Tetanus, Liberty Falls, and then they just came out with a new one that I briefly want to talk about with you guys. So I'm gonna share my screen to the stream really quick. Um, so I might butcher this name, so apologies if I do, but it's called Citadel des Morts. And they just came out like a few days ago, I think on the 5th.
yeah.
Um, yeah, so I was really excited to see that they were coming out. So let's see what this says. Um, so it's coming out with um, mm, 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 hunting haunting new zombies mode set in medieval French fortress. Okay, with eerie gothic architecture and supernatural elements, this map promises to be the most atmospheric and immersive additions to Black Ops 6 Zombies yet. I'm surprised they're saying that because I don't know about Liberty Falls. I do think Tetanus was pretty detailed. Um, so it says the story picks up or Terminus. Do I keep butchering
Terminus,
this?
yeah, Terminus.
I'm
I was
like, why
trying to
am I?
remember what it's called.
I'm like, why do I keep saying tetanus? I'm pretty sure that's a shot. Sorry, guys. Terminus. The story picks off where Terminus main quest left off, following the dramatic twists and revelations that set the stage for the next chapter. Players will rejoin the core cast, along with a slew of new characters as they uncover the dark secrets lurking within the sinister stronghold. So they basically just talk about the release dates. In addition to the new Black Ops 6 zombies, is bringing a treasure trove of fresh content to enrich the gameplay experience. Okay. Um, Players can look forward to a new Perca Cola, complete with 6 augments to unlock, which will be available at Der Wonder Fizz machines. I don't know if I said that right. If you know what that is,
Yeah, yeah,
please
Wonder
correct me.
Fizz.
Okay, a new field upgrade, um, and ammo mod, each with 6 unlockable augments, will add further depth to player strategies. Um, in total, 18 new augments, split evenly between 9 major and 9 minor upgrades, will provide extensive customizations. Gobblegum fans can also enjoy new flavors to bolsters to their loadout. That's a weird sentence. New wonder weapons in the form of medieval swords are set to join arsenal designed to deliver more firepower. Adding to the thrill, a sinister new enemy type, Doppelgast, said to hunt the shadow corridors of the ruinous keep in Citadel des Morts, promising to challenge even the most seasoned players. Oh, that's great. All I need is more of a challenge. I already struggled with the first 2 maps. But yeah, so here's the little trailer that they have for the new map.
Sergey, your services are required. The professor needs another beating. Are you there? Why did I hire that drunk? Laurent, check the alarm!
Weaver, I thought you were dead.
If it were only that simple.
Why the fuck is this rat bastard with you?
We're looking for a man named Kraft.
Who may know how to bring back Maxis.
Kraft is our prisoner. We were offered millions to find out something only he knows, but he won't talk. Not even to me. And, who are you?
I'm the one who's gonna kill your boss. That a problem?
Rababov, where the fuck are you?
I am thinking of doing the same.
This kind of shit happen everywhere you fucking go?
We're in no condition to fight.
Stay on comms. Guide us to Kraft. And try not to kill Peck.
All right, so I guess that just looked more like a story, like cinematic.
Yeah,
They
that
didn't really
kinda
show
looked
like
the cinematic. Yeah.
they didn't really show like all of the like stuff we get to see and whatnot. But I mean, I guess that's something, right? So I mean, I think it already released. I haven't really heard much about it, so we'll have to see. I'm definitely gonna try it out later. I wish I tried it out earlier so I could come back to like tell you guys, but I don't know. I
Most
haven't heard much
definitely.
about it. Have you heard anything about it? 'Cause I haven't.
So I've tried to avoid looking at stuff about it because
Yeah.
I want a brand new experience. But if anything, I'll probably play the map first just to get to know the map, and then I'll go through it again doing the Easter egg. I'll probably follow some guides on YouTube before I do director mode. I don't even know lock the director mode for it yet, but I don't know if you guys know, but the Citadel des Mortis is French, and in the English version it means Citadel of the Dead.
Oh.
So there's that. But I know there's a whole bunch of Easter eggs in there. A lot of different things you can do. I heard about the Rat King Easter egg, the swords where you can upgrade them from the regular way they are to like a more powerful version. I've seen that before. And obviously you'll know there's a whole bunch of glitches and stuff on that map. But like you had I believe that's what you had said earlier about how that map is basically, or what you had read earlier. There we go. That map is basically continuous from the map Terminus. So I don't know if any of you guys have completed the Terminus Easter egg. We have actually. It was pretty fun.
That was
But
crazy.
everything it was that the big little squid looking thing
Mm-hmm.
with the
And it took all
but
four of us to release all of our clips to get that thing
yeah,
down. Use all of the Wonder Weapon. We
we
was
had
really
to.
going out. Yeah,
Mm,
that was crazy.
I think everybody went down at least like 4 times with the boss fight alone.
Yeah.
But as what I was saying, but yeah, I think it's a continuous. So if any of you guys have actually played through like the paid attention to the story of the zombies, um, I can't give it to you guys in detail. There's people on YouTube that have the whole backstory. This all starts all the way in Black Ops. No, War at War.
Mm.
Like years back, War at War. So all this leading up to this, you can actually go look up the story. But I think uh I think this is gonna be one of them. Like, if you play Liberty Falls, that campaign mission, well, not campaign mission, but that zombie story mode. I don't know if they're gonna have another map to play through that too, because in the end, you guys go into the ether and it's like you're the ghost now. So I don't know if that was the end of that or not. I'm gonna say it was the end of it because you're in the ether and I don't know what else you can do.
Yeah.
I'm hoping they kind of add on to it because I would like to. But I do want to say I think Terminus is the main Easter egg with the actual storyline that'll keep pushing through.
Yeah.
So
I was gonna say like Liberty Falls, like the story was just like eh, but
yeah,
Terminus definitely had a pretty good story. I don't want to do too many spoilers for you guys, but I know it was like a family member of hers or something that like turned into a zombie, and it kind
yeah.
of got like a little emotional for a second. But yeah, I mean, so how do you feel about the maps that you have played, like Liberty Falls and Terminus? Because Liberty Falls was okay. I definitely don't think it's as good as Terminus though.
So if I had to go from my experience, Liberty Falls is a map where you can go for your high rounds. You can go get your
Yeah,
camos and stuff. I mean, you can do it on any map that you want. I just personally, I just feel like that because Liberty Falls is just that map. It's just that I don't know how to explain it. It's just that when you go to Terminus, it feels like it's more story driven because you have to turn on. Sorry for the spoilers, but you have to turn on the power in each section before you can do anything and move forward.
mm-hmm.
So it's like Terminus is more of a story based or story to progress the story more, and Liberty Falls is just that map that's just there. Now it
Yeah,
would be cool if they actually kind of intertwine it later on in a different maps that they put out. I don't know how many maps they're gonna put out for zombies. I know they're gonna keep going until they release another Call of Duty next year, which I
yeah,
hope would be better than this one. So, but I
yeah, for
think
sure.
my all-time favorite would have to be Liberty Falls for like training zombies, getting camos for me, and then if I play Terminus, it's for the Easter egg really, and just to get the story going through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
So
guess like the only reason I prefer Terminus over Liberty Falls is because it's bigger. I just feel Liberty Falls map is really small, and the Easter egg kind of it was okay. Like it just I just don't think it was as good as Terminus, but yeah. And also another thing I want to talk about with the zombies is that they added directed mode. I don't believe that was ever a thing previously, and I think that's really good for people who don't know how to play zombies for real. Like I think it's great at guiding. Now it did have its little quirks or whatever, but I do think
yeah,
that's really good for like getting you through the main Easter egg, because honestly like a lot of people didn't play Call of Duty Zombies for the Easter egg. They would just try and get as high of a level as
a
they
high
can.
round.
Yeah, high
Yeah,
round. So I think that's really good for to get people who like the story into the game.
yeah. I don't know if you know or anybody else knows, but the highest round actually has been an achievement. It's 999,
Oh
and
heck,
there was a whole race to get there. And if you're not like an avid zombie player, that would be the most boringest thing for you to do. But here's what you need to know: once you hit like, don't quote me on this, but I think once you hit like around 50, 55, the zombies' health does not go up anymore.
Oh,
So once you hit that round cap, the zombies' health don't go up. Now they're fast. I've got to 55 with somebody else I was playing before, and we got to around 50, and them zombies are fast as as fuck. Excuse my language, but they're that fast. Like you got to really be paying attention and knowing what you're doing if you want to get to like round 999.
Yeah, well, I mean, it makes sense because you can only level up your gun so much, right? Like, I think you can only, like, pack a punch your gun up to, like, a certain amount, like 3 or something, right?
Yeah, 3 times. That's why there's certain guns you use when you want to go to high rounds.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't name some of the guns off the top of my head, but I know one of the snipers does explosive damage when you pack a punches, which is really great. The starting pistol in Liberty Falls, once you when you spawn into Liberty Falls, there's a bus, you'll move to the right. That pistol, when you pack a punch it, that does explosive damage. And then you
Oh.
can do there's a rocket launcher that you can pack a punch to, and when you pack a punch that rocket launcher, it's basically like an automatic, like somebody threw a switch on a rocket launcher. Has 4 shots in there, and all you do is hitting that trigger, and it goes boom, boom, and it blows it up. Like it's pretty decent. That's another little thing you can use to help. And then obviously the Easter eggs, not the Easter eggs, the wonder weapons. So you got the what's that wonder weapon?
I don't know.
The air
Then.
cannon, the I can't remember. There's the ray gun and the jet gun. There we go. The jet gun, that's what it's called. The ray gun and the jet gun. Those are pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So like for higher rounds, you definitely want at least one wonder weapon.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, the wonder weapon does, like, good damage, so.
Yeah.
But, yeah, any other points you want to talk about for zombies? I think I pretty much covered everything I needed to say, because just within this conversation.
I think my only thing with zombies is when it first launched, I didn't have a problem with it, but it didn't have the direct mode when it first launched.
Oh, I didn't?
It did not know. So when you played the zombies and you wanted to do the Easter egg, you either had to figure it out yourself or go and go look it up and wait for somebody.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
finish the Easter
Heavy
egg
on
and
the
watch
look
them.
it up. Yeah.
And that's what me and my crew did when we first did the Easter egg. We were trying to do it by ourselves. We got to a certain point where we just didn't know what the heck to do.
Yeah, it's so, like, what's the word? Like, it's a lot of
Tedious.
little stuff, yeah, that you wouldn't
Yeah.
think of. Like, how would you figure that out if it wasn't directed or you didn't look
That's
it
why
up?
I can't be an Easter egg hunter because I wouldn't know what to do.
Yeah,
That's why I like the director mode. But
I think it, like, for the bank for Liberty Falls, like, how you have to, like, look at those, like, little post-it notes. Like, how would you know
Yeah.
that? Like, it
I
was, like,
don't know.
behind, like, and
I
that got
think-
me.
actually, I think personally, I don't know if they do it anymore, but I do know there used to be guides that people like the Call of Duty, the companies would release to help you with stuff like that. I don't know if they publish
well,
those
yeah,
guides
yeah.
anymore, but I think so, and that kind of helps. And then you just got all these people that do data mining and stuff in Call of Duty, and they just figure out all this and they just post it. Like there's a whole bunch of zombies community. You go to Discord, you look for a zombies community, you go in there. There's a whole bunch of people that'll help you do the Easter egg or whatever, you know.
Yeah, yeah. They did come out with, like, magazines. I actually collect those now, just from back in the day, because those are such a core memory for me as a child. But yeah,
Yeah.
they did used to come up with that stuff. I don't think I'm sure maybe they do to some extent still, because I know, like, Game Informer shut down, but that
Yeah,
necessarily.
they did.
So yeah, I don't know if they do it anymore with all the, like, video media we have nowadays. And
It's probably mostly online, but my
Yeah.
point that I'm saying about the Easter egg not being in director mode is when it wasn't in director mode, you actually had a chance to get a custom skin for the ray gun. So if you didn't do it in director mode, you got a custom skin for the ray gun. It actually said there, if you complete this before director mode is unlocked, you'll get the skin for the ray gun, and we did do that, and we got it. I didn't do that with Terminus, obviously, and I don't know if they're going to be doing that with this new map, if they don't have the director mode added to it yet, or that since it's already in the game, it's already in there. But if you do it without the director mode, then you get like a certain skin or whatever. I think that'd be pretty cool if they kept up with that.
yeah, for sure. I
But-
think it is really good when they integrate that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we definitely
within the
won't
game.
know until we play the game, which we got to do, obviously.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
But it's
probably
not-
doing it hopefully soon. But yeah, okay. Well, the last, little few points that I want to talk about in the game is, okay, this is the biggest thing for me. So I've been playing a lot of split screen. There is so many glitches within the split screen that has ruined so much for me. Me and my friend were playing Liberty Falls split screen, and we could barely do it because the split screen was so messed up. There's so many, like, glitches. Sometimes it'll just kick us out the game, like, especially if it's online. and they just don't let us do certain stuff. So that's one of my biggest complaints about Black Ops 6 right now. Also, the Omni movement, like I said, I kind of wanted to talk about that a little bit.
Right.
That has made so many sweats. There's so many more sweats in the game with this Omni movement. So many drop shotters, and it makes it a lot more like hardcore, I would
Yeah.
say. And I think I just have to like, relearn the game and stuff, but I think that kind of along with the thing you were talking about with the new like
The
ranks.
EOMM?
Yeah, it just makes it like way
Yeah.
more like difficult to play.
Like imagine you're just like sitting somewhere about to kill somebody, and you just see an enemy just dolphin dive out the window,
That's what I'm
and next thing you
saying.
know they're spinning like a motherfucking helicopter, and then they kill you, and you see it in the kill cam.
Right,
Yeah,
that's
act like
what
you
I'm
won't leave
saying.
the game after that. I'm leaving the game.
You
I'm
can't
gonna
do this to
uninstall.
me. They try to get
Yeah.
trick shots. Yeah,
I
so
do think the Omni movement does bring back a little bit of fun to the game, but
really, I mean,
don't know.
yeah, I think it's like you just gotta learn it. I think it's just something to get used to. But it's like for people that have prestige 6+ times and they've been on the game all day, like it's so hard to like compete with those people. But yeah, so those are my last like few comments about the game, just like in general.
I do have one little comment about the game. If you guys don't want to be in them lobbies, there is a way you can do it. It is a little bit tedious, but if you have a friend that never plays Call of Duty, just have them get like if they have Xbox, have them get his Xbox account, make an Activision account. It's this method is called two boxing. So you're gonna have your friend join a game, and then you're gonna join him after he gets into that lobby, and then he's just gonna back out, and he doesn't even have to play anymore. Or if you have another Xbox or a PlayStation in your house, whatever, if you do that, you'll get into easier lobbies, and it's called two boxing. Another method you could do that I think they're trying to crack down on is a VPN. You can get a
Mm.
VPN, and you can change your. It basically changes your IP address, whatever. And you can go somewhere else, and it'll be you'll be put into basically like average lobbies, which I think is something everybody should know and want to do. So you don't have to keep getting killed by these pro people playing or the people who
Yeah.
don't touch grass, who live in their mom's basement. But I'm not making fun of anybody. But
Well, no, that's definitely a good tip because nobody wants to get on the game just to be shot down every 2 seconds or whatever.
right, like you just did a 12-hour shift, and next you know you hop on the game and you get murdered by like everybody. It's just like
Yeah. Well, before we get cut off again, because we're actually running into another timer, quickly, what's your favorite part about just Call of Duty in general? Do you have like a favorite part, or like what makes it like one of your favorite games?
the reason why Call of Duty is one of my favorite games is the campaign, the zombies, and for the MW3, their little secondary mode because it wasn't always zombies like it was in MW3 and MW3. I don't know if it was in MW2, but it's my favorite part of the game. Zombies and multiplayer. I mean, zombies and campaign were like this the thing for me. What I
Yeah.
love to do, and then the multiplayer was a plus. So
I always just think it's just like a game to like. It's not that like you do the same thing every time, so you just get on, shoot some people up,
Yeah.
and not in a bad way, as good as the way you could say that, but like it's just like it gets your mind off stuff. Even like the heavier games, like you don't always want to play like a heavy game. You just want to do something mindless, and I think it's a good game for that.
yeah.
But yeah, so that pretty much wraps up our little segment for Call of Duty and like our review on it. I do want to ask you, what was your favorite game this year?
This year,
Yeah,
I'd have to take it back to Black Myth Wukong.
Black Myth Wukong.
Personally, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
playing it right now. I'm in the last chapter right now. I'm exploring it. I'm probably gonna go back to another chapter to finish fighting some more bosses, but so far it's been pretty fun for me. And I want to keep. They have a new game plus mode, and I don't know if any of you know what new game plus mode is, but it saves all your information from your last playthrough, and it restarts a little bit harder, but you have all your powers, all your upgrades and stuff. Or some games they'll have you get all your upgrades again, but you'll still have most of your powers or your guns and stuff you'll have unlocked. So
All right. Yeah, I don't know if I have a favorite this year, just because like I feel like this wasn't a very good year for me as far as gaming. Like it wasn't a lot that I liked for real. Next year I'm so excited. I think I'm looking forward to GTA 6 definitely. I think that's just my number one favorite next year. How about you?
um Well, I'm hyped for GTA 6, but I also heard that it's supposed to be delayed again a couple months.
No, it better not
I don't
be.
know.
I wouldn't
I
be
don't know.
surprised though.
But me, I had asked you about it earlier. I forgot the name. It's the Assassin's Creed game.
Assassin's Creed Shadows. Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
big one coming out.
I can't wait for that to come out. I'm gonna be playing it. If any of you guys want to, you guys can look me up. I'm masked on YouTube, MSKDZ3.
Yeah,
I'll
check
be
your
playing that
shows.
when it comes out. Just anything, really.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Definitely go check out his channel. This week on my channel, there won't be a regular video, but I will be streaming the Game Awards this Thursday. So please be there, be squared. I'll be on for a while because I think the Game Awards is like 3 hours. So just come chill for real. But yeah, so is there anything else you want to say before we close out, or are you all good to go?
Just don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, tune in.
Definitely. Yeah, and definitely go check out Mask's channel as well. He makes some great like gameplay videos and he streams a lot. So yeah. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week and I will see you guys Thursday. Bye guys.
See ya.